Hi guys, today I'll be upgrading my surround sound setup in my living room to the Sonos Arc Ultra Sub 4 subwoofer and the Era 300 speakers. Details for all the products are in the description below, including purchasing links. So I'll take you through all the products, go through the design and features. I'll show you what's involved in setting this up, and I'll be testing out the performance and comparing it against my previous Sonos Arc and Sub 3 setup, highlighting any pros and cons to give you a better idea on whether it's worth getting or not. But before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. This range of Sonos products comes in two color options, so white or black. I chose the black because I felt it went better with the aesthetics of my living room. Let's unbox all these products and see what you get inside the packaging. Starting with the Sonos Arc Ultra, opening up the box, and inside you get the Sonos Arc Ultra soundbar covered in a fabric material. Lifting that out, underneath you have a box containing some documentation, a HDMI cable and a 2-pin UK power cable. Onto the Sonos Sub 4 subwoofer. Inside the packaging you get some documentation, a 2-pin UK power cable, and underneath this you have the Sub 4 subwoofer, which is again covered in a fabric material. Over to the Era 300 speaker. Inside you get the speaker, again covered in fabric. Underneath you have some documentation and a 2-pin UK power cable. And finally, opening up the Era 300 speaker stand box. Inside you have two large circular feet for the stands. Underneath this you have a speaker attachment, a bag with screws, a box containing some more fixtures, and underneath this cardboard is the poles for the stand. Taking a closer look at the Sonos Arc Ultra, it has a perforated metal grille with a matte finish. The control buttons are placed towards the rear, and they've been placed there to avoid accidental touches, and consists of a play pause button, volume up down, track skip, grouping and sound swap buttons. On the back you've got a microphone toggle which enables you to disable voice assistance functionality. There's a status light and a pairing button used for Bluetooth pairing and setup, and it supports Wi-Fi 6. Ports wise, there's a HDMI eARC port, an Ethernet port and a power input port. Moving on to the Sub 4, it has a rectangular shape with a central acoustic slot that doubles as a handle. It has a matte finish and you can stand it vertically or you could lie it down horizontally. It has dual drivers facing inwards to eliminate cabinet vibrations and distortion. Controls wise, there's a join button and a status light indicating Wi-Fi connectivity, mute status and error alert. Underneath you have two ports, one for the power input and the other is a LAN port. There's no physical volume or EQ controls as all the adjustments are made via the Sonos app. And finally the Era 300 speaker, which has an hourglass shape, giving it a modern and unique look. With the Sonos branding on the front, it has a matte finish all over. It's quite compact, weighing 4.47 kilograms, and I put the dimensions on the screen if you were wondering about the size. The speaker provides 360 degrees of sound with 6 internal drivers which fire in multiple directions, helping to give a more immersive sound. You have some controls at the top which consists of a volume slider. You can tap to adjust it. There's a play pause toggle which also doubles up as a group audio with other Sonos speakers, a track skip tap to go forwards or backwards. On the back you have a Bluetooth button at the top to pair or connect the device. In the middle you have a power input, and at the bottom you have a microphone button where you can enable or disable voice assistance and a Type-C port. The speaker stand is also the same color as the Era 300, and worth noting it also comes in white. Aesthetically the stand blends in really well with the speakers, giving it one flowing look, and I love the design with the cable integrating into the stand, giving a cableless look, so really impressed with these. Setting up the Sonos Arc Ultra is pretty simple. I've connected all the power cables to the devices, and on the Sonos Arc I've used a wired network connection, and I've connected the HDMI cable from the Arc Ultra to the eARC port on my TV, which is the LG OLED G4. To set this up, download the Sonos app on your mobile device. It's available on both Android and Apple. Open it up and leave your Bluetooth turned on. You can initially see it pick up all the products. Let's first add the Sonos Arc Ultra. Select the device and click continue. Once it's added, it'll ask you which room the device is in. Select the room and click continue. for it to be added. It will then tell you if there's an update available. Click on the update for it to update in the background. Once the software has been updated, click done, then add the Sub-4 subwoofer and turn on your NFC reader. Touch the side of the subwoofer with your mobile and you'll see it tick once it's done. Next, it connects to your Wi-Fi network and click update to update the software on the device. Once updated, click done. Finally, adding the Era 300 speakers. Get them added to your Wi-Fi network. It then asks you which room the speakers will be in. Select the room and click continue to add it in. You can then update the software on the device. Once completed, add the second speaker. Now that's all set up, I'm going to reassign my existing Sub-3 subwoofer to the Arc Ultra, and I'm keeping this behind my sofa just to add a bit more bass to the setup. Next, we can move on to tuning the setup using the TruePlay option, which is Sonos' auto tuning software that bounces sounds off the walls and adjusts the speakers accordingly to the room. And that's it, you're done. The Sonos Arc Ultra has a 9.1.4 Dolby Atmos surround sound system powered by 14 custom drivers, which includes up-firing and side-firing speakers, giving an immersive spatial audio. It has Sonos' new acoustic architecture, delivering deeper bass and cleaner details than their previous version. And I love the fact that they've finally introduced Bluetooth 5.3 connectivity, so I can play music directly from my mobile, as sometimes I just want to chill out and listen to music from my phone without the TV being on. Now I've been testing out the Sonos surround sound setup for a couple of weeks now, and the sound quality is incredible with heavy bass and a much deeper and cleaner sound. The added speakers to the rear give it that upgrade I wanted, providing an awesome surround sound experience, which is excellent when watching movies, giving my living room a pretty awesome cinematic experience. Listening to music is great too, with the added bass from the Sonos Arc Ultra, keeping my existing Sub-3 worked out really well, as you can feel the bass coming through the sofa, feeling pretty damn impressive. One slight negative was the speed the audio starts working through your TV. So when you turn on the soundbar and your TV by turning the power on from the plug, it took a good minute to start providing audio, whereas the Sonos Arc was pretty much instant. So not quite sure why there's a difference there, but I'm assuming all the software is being initialized, that's why you've got a slight delay. Comparing the Sonos Arc Ultra to the Sonos Arc, in terms of key differences, the Arc has 11 drivers, so 3 tweeters and 8 mid woofers, whereas the Arc Ultra has 14 drivers consisting of 7 tweeters, 6 mid-range and 1 woofer. Bass performance wise, standalone the Arc is good, but the Ultra is richer and deeper with their new Sound Motion woofer, and in one respect it works pretty well standalone even without a subwoofer, providing about 2 times more bass output with a broader and deeper low-end sound. Dialogue feels clearer via the enhanced centers channel and speech enhance feature. Audio channels wise, the Arc is 5.0.2, whereas the Arc Ultra is a 9.1.4 with additional speakers, so the Sub-4 and the Era 300. Onto connectivity, and the Ultra has Bluetooth support and voice assistance, so you have Alexa and Sonos voice control, but no Google Assistant, whereas the Arc has both Alexa and Google Assistant. Comparing the Sonos Sub-3 and the Sonos Sub-4 in terms of key differences, both have the same style, design and setup flexibility with dual force cancelling drivers. Bass performance wise, the Sub-3 provides deep and punchy bass, whereas the Sub-4 is slightly cleaner in bass performance with richer bass. The Sub-3 is glossy, so prone to smudges and attracts a lot of dust, whereas the Sub-4 has a matte finish, so resists fingerprints. The Sub-4 has improved Wi-Fi radios, more memory, and a faster CPU for better performance. On a side-by-side test, the difference in sound quality is very subtle, and you won't notice a dramatic improvement unless you pair the Sub-4 with the latest Sonos Arc Ultra. If you're planning on upgrading your existing Sonos Arc and Sub-3 and have the money, I'd say it's definitely worth it. If you're planning on getting the Arc Ultra, Sub-4 and the Era 300 speakers, then it's worth keeping the Sub-3 as the experience is really immersive. But if you're on a limited budget and happy with your existing Arc and Sub-3, then I'd say there's no need to upgrade until you have enough money to buy the entire setup, including the rear speakers, to get a more immersive experience, which honestly, you won't regret. So in summary, this bundle provides a really impressive surround sound setup with the Sonos Arc Ultra, Sub 4 and the Era 300 speakers. Setup is extremely easy and I like the fact I can reutilize my existing Sub 3 and integrate that too. Sound quality really is exceptional with no distortion at the higher levels. Negatives wise, it's a shame the Arc Ultra doesn't support Google Assistant, and price wise it's not cheap. But if you had the money and wanted a premium product that you could easily expand, I would definitely recommend this. But what do you think? Have you got the Sonos Arc Ultra? And if you have the older version, would you look to upgrade to the newer version? Let me know your thoughts. So there you have it. You've come to the end of another video and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. If you have any questions on this, let me know in the comments below. For those of you who've got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with Ultra, as it's awesome to see who's got to the end of my video and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on all my socials. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing and see you in the next one.